Hello everybody, today we're going to be doing another one of our incredibly unscientific experiments. We're going to be having breakfast. Earth-shattering, right? Well, what we're going to be trying to do today is emulate the great cycling heroes of old by having breakfast the way they did before a big bike ride. Now normally for breakfast, Joe and I have a small bowl of cereal or oatmeal, but today we're going to be trying to fuel up like Eddy Merckx and Fausto Coppi. When it comes to bike racers, who is the greatest of all time? Eddy Merckx is usually at the top of the list. With 5 Tour de France wins, 5 Tour of Italy wins, a Tour of Spain win, setting the hour records, 3 world championships, winning almost every major one-day race, and many other victories. In the 60s and 70s, Merckx, also known as the Cannibal, was unstoppable and unbeatable. Like most riders of his time and the prevailing wisdom for decades, he ate lots of meat to fuel his racing engine. Meat, and steak in particular, was thought to be what provided the energy needed to succeed in a race. Beefsteak, ham, and cheese was what he would typically eat pre-race. Fausto Coppi, known as the champion of champions, won the Giro d'Italia an incredible 5 times in the years spanning 1940 to 1953, and the Tour de France both in 1949 and 1953. He was without a doubt the dominant rider of his time, and some consider him the greatest rider of all time. Fausto was ahead of his time and bucked the trend of copious amounts of protein pre-race. He preferred whole grain and was the first to champion a high carbohydrate breakfast for racing. He experimented with wheat germ and a vegetarian diet. Today, I will be eating like Fausto with granola made from whole grain oats, and I will also be eating some oat nut bread made with whole grain. Joe will be eating like Eddy Merckx. He will be having some ham, some cheese, and some steak. And here is our breakfast all ready to eat. My fat-free milk in my whole grain granola and my whole wheat toast. And here is Joe's steak, his ham, and his cheese. The steak looks good. It's pretty good. Oh. So what bike are you taking today? I don't know yet. Maybe the Allegro. We're ready to start the ride, and in keeping with the theme of our vintage cycling fuel, we took our vintage bikes out today. Joe decided on his Olmo, which is, what year is this? An
81.
81. And I have my Frejus, which is early 1960s.
halfway through the ride. How do you feel, Rich?
Actually, I'm a little hungry, so I could have probably done with a little more than that kind of small bowl of granola and that toast. But I mean, my energy's fine. It's not affecting the bike ride, but I could eat.
That's interesting because I ate the steak, the ham, and the cheese, and I'm not hungry at all.
Yeah, that stuff's just going to sit in your stomach
Yeah.
for hours and hours.
I'm probably still digesting that
Yeah,
stuff.
probably.
But I don't have a problem with my energy level, so I feel fine on the bike.
There you go. Maybe eat some cereal and eat some meat.
Yeah, put some steak in your cereal.
Yeah. I think we just invented something.
Okay, that's the end of the ride. About 2 hours worth of riding. How do you feel, Rich, on your granola? You had the granola and the whole wheat toast.
Isn't that camera too close to my face? It sure
No.
feels like it.
Now it's too close to your face.
Yeah, I'm How do you feel? I'm doing okay. My legs are fine. I'm a little bit hungry, and you know, I wanted to explain that cereal and the toast is kind of what I would normally have before a big bike ride, but then I would also eat along the way on the ride. About every hour I would have a granola bar or something, and we did not do that this time because we didn't want it to contaminate the experiment. So
Yeah, all right.
And you are doing fine, Joe.
Yeah,
So
I'm fine.
You and
On
your
the steak
you and your
the-
steak and your ham
the
and your
ham
cheese.
and the cheese, I'm fine. And I'm still not hungry. You know, it could be a little bit, you know, stuff just laying in my gut. Kind
Yeah.
of heavy stuff. I normally would never eat that for breakfast, but it's apparently fueled me fine.
There you go.
So I'm good to go, man.
So Eddy Merckx must have known something.
Yeah, I guess it was working for them at the time. They would have changed up
Yeah.
if they were having a problem.
Well, Fausto disagreed, but I mean, I guess different people, different things work for different people.
Yeah. I'm sure it's much more difficult to digest that meat. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it really...
And we didn't even eat the kind of things they would eat like huge amounts of this meat for breakfast. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had pasta last night, so it's possible I'm still running on last night's pasta.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.